Alright, now we're going to talk about the indirect pathway. Um, so this reduces the activity of neurons in the motor areas of the undesired activities. Um, so you have thought that you want to point your fingers, so it means the pointing finger should be in front, the other one should relax. Um, you don't want all the fingers pointing, so some of the things need to be relaxed, others need to be contracted. Um, so in this one, we also have some tonic. Um, the first tonic fibers we're going to see is very similar to the one that we had in the first one. So this is between the globus pallidus uh, internus. Okay, so let me just label them striatum. This is the subthalamus, and this is the thalamus. So what you have is globus pallidus internus to the thalamus. It's still GABAergic. So this constantly releases GABA, and therefore it is supposed to inhibit this excitation. And you'd think, well, that looks like the first one, but here's the difference. Okay, so at rest, this is what you're going to see. We have another tonic one that is between the globus pallidus, okay, and the subthalamus. So because I've drawn it in black, you can tell that this is also GABAergic. Maybe we can name them. So this is the pallidosubthalamo, and of course this is the pallidothalamo. This is the thalamocortical fiber, and this is GLUT. That's GABA. We also have another one that is between, this one is not tonic, so this one is tonic, and that one is tonic as well. But we have another one between the subthalamus and the globus internus. This one is glutamatergic, and the name, of course, is subthalamo pallido fiber. Okay. Then we have the one, of course, coming in from coming from the striatum, GABAergic, carries the same name, striato pallido. And then finally we have another one coming in from the cortex, glutamate, and it's corticostriatal. So what will happen here is you don't want an activity to take place. That's the end goal. End goal is a no activity or an inhibition. All right? So in this case, you will think, all right, there will be a thought. That thought is going to cause a stimulation of this indirect pathway. But the stimulation is such that once the stimulation of the striatum happens, okay, you're going to have an increase in GABA release in the GPX. Alright? So in the GPX, you're going to have more GABA. If you have more GABA released in the GPX, it means you're going to have more inhibition. Alright? So you're inhibiting this tonic fiber. So if you inhibit this tonic fiber, it means that you have less, okay? You have less GABA here. And if you have less GABA here, it means now the subthalamopallidal will be left to release more glutamate. And if there's more glutamate in the GPI, it means that the pallidothalamo will release even more GABA in the thalamus. So if there's more GABA released in the thalamus, it means that this one will be inhibited. Okay, so let's start again. Thought, alright, and then this is stimulated, there will be more glutamate. If there's more glutamate, it means that you are stimulating the striatopallidal. The striatopallidal will have more GABA. If there's more GABA here, it means you're inhibiting the pallidosubthalamo, so there will be less GABA. Less GABA here will mean you are now not inhibiting the subthalamopallidal as much, so they will release more glutamate. And once glutamate is released in the GPI, you will have more GABA being released in the thalamus. More GABA being released in the thalamus means more inhibition of the cortex by the thalamus. Therefore, you won't have the movement of the unwanted muscles, which is what you want. Awesome. So maybe just a few things. So you want to know that this pathway deselects or shuts down the unwanted activities, and if not, you're going to note that in these individuals, activities that are not supposed to happen are happening. So you will actually have what is known as hyperkinesia. So this is a lot of movement. So this excessive movement could be chorea, and in chorea you have rapid involuntary dancing-like movements. And then you also have apoptosis, which is more riddling and continuous, and balism, okay, which is more flailing and is intense and actually violent. Alright, so in the next video we're now going to look at the role of the substantia nigra. So we have looked at the normal way that these pathways work. Now we're going to see what's the oiling effect of the substantia nigra. The substantia nigra is just there to oil these two pathways that we have looked at.